I'm going to record this conversation. Okay, it's getting recorded. Now that's my full name, and I have around like 10 years of experience roughly. And out of 10 years, I have almost like 7 plus into MDM, then almost 8 into data quality, IDQ you can say, and then Power Center 3-4 years and other technologies I've worked. And on role point of view, I have worked on many different roles, onshore, offshore, as an architect also, as a senior developer, SME, many different roles. So that's my experience. I think that's sufficient. Now let's concentrate on let's focus on today's topic. We'll try to understand Informatica MDM. So today the objective is to start with the architecture as well. If you have any doubts, doubts or anything, then you can always unmute and you can ask questions. And if you're not speaking, then you can go on mute so that this session is getting recorded, which you can use later. So that'll, okay, fine. Right, now let's start. Okay, I'm muted. Right, now we can start with, there are many things like to cover. We can do a lot of things, but let's start with the architecture. Directly, okay. So, as usual, like everything starts with a slide. One second. I'm muting. If you don't have any questions, then I'm muting. If you have any questions, then unmute and you can ask. Okay. I'm getting a lot of disturbance. Right. So before we start with the 1 minute, I am getting a lot. From whom I'm getting noise. Okay. Right. So this page explains the architecture, but before we jump ahead into the architecture, I think you don't have any idea as such on what is MDM. So first let's try to understand MDM quickly. If you understand how MDM works and what is it exactly, then probably you can understand this architecture in a much easier way, right? First let's understand MDM. I think that's the correct thing. Okay, starting from the last slide. Bit strange, but it works. Right, I'm sure you would have done some Google work, seen the definition of MDM, all that. If you have not done, that's okay, but I'm sure you would have done. So MDM, Master Data Management, you know the full form, Master Data Management, and it's management of master data. That's the correct thing. It's managing or management of master data. That's what is the definition. Okay. Now, you know management, like every day you deal with your managers and different managements. So that's not a tough word to understand. But now master data. Okay. And we have two terms, master data. So first, data. You know what is data, right? Data is nothing but data. I mean, it's nothing but information. So information that you come across every day, every moment. So when I say data, data about customers, data about products, data about different transactions, dot dot dot, can be anything. You're going to your office, then there also data is generated. Every time, everything, something happens, data is generated, right? That is data. Now if that's data, then what is master data? I mean, data is clear. Data is just data. Now what is master data? That's the question. Master data is nothing but, let's say if I take an example, let's say Bank of America, and there's a customer called as John Smith. He takes a service or a product from Bank of America. So when he takes a service or a product from Bank of America, what will happen in Bank of America? His details will be noted. So John Smith, then probably his contact details, then his let's say address HNO 101 dot dot dot. So this is nothing but my data, right? Now if this is data, what is master data? Master data concept is very simple. In fact, it is the simplest thing. The thing is every organization, you name it, Cisco, Bank of America, any company, they have multiple places where data can be collected. So they have multiple registration portals, you can say. Like it can be from ERP portal, can be from other transactional systems, can be many things. There are many ways in which customer information is collected. So what happens is when information is collected in from ERP, let's say it's the same customer. I mean, John Smith takes a product via ERP. I mean, it goes through the ERP, and then John Smith takes a product or takes a service which goes through this transactional database, right? So what happens is John Smith is a single person, but multiple records are generated. So for example, in Bank of America, in um, let's say ERP, this is what is generated, okay? And let's say in another application like a TX transactional system, something like this is generated, okay? So this is collected. Now the problem is this data that is collected, this one and this one, they need not be same, okay? There can be a slight variance. So you can see here it is John Smith, here it is John K. Smith. It's the same customer, but because of some mistake, you understand, right? Um, the information that is collected is different. Now I have issue because which is true? I mean, is this the correct customer or is this the correct customer? Or let's say both of them are correct, then how do I know that these two are actually the same customer? For example, if I go through this, let me go through this picture, then it will be more clear probably. Yeah, see here, this is the same thing. Okay, I hope you can see this. So this is the case of a um, telecom example. So you can see the customer John K. Smith. He has taken three products. Clear? He has taken three products. He has taken an internet service, a postpaid connection, mobile, and a prepaid mobile connection. So he has taken three different services. All right. Now you can imagine what happens when he has taken three different services. His information is collected separately. So in internet database, his information is stored. Again, postpaid it is stored. Again, prepaid it is stored. Right. So the challenge here is you can see here it is John K. Smith. Here it is John Smith. Here it is John. And you can see here like the date of birth are also contrast like different, and addresses are different. Some details are same, some details are different. So one second, I'm okay. So some details are same, some details are different. Now what is the problem? The problem is I have the same customer who is which is present in my system, but I don't have any idea. I don't have that knowledge that it is the same customer which is present in these three databases. So MDM is all about identifying the records, identifying the customers in this case. So it's all about identifying this, and these three customers as a single customer, and then creating a unique version of the truth. Very simple, right? I mean, you basically using some technique that is called as matching. Okay, there is something called as matching. It's just like match, or you can say similar to database joins or something like this. I'll just show you. I'll just quickly show you so that you will understand. Let's say it's very much similar to this. Let's say I have not this one. Okay, 1 minute. I was just checking this thing yesterday. Yeah. So see here. So basically the logic is very simple. What we do is, like, based on certain attributes like the name attribute, then the gender, that is male, let's say, and name, then gender, then other columns like date of birth, like your ID and all that. We compare that using a logic, and if the score is greater than 90 percentage, you see here, right? 83 this is. If it is greater than 90, then we declare that uh, 2 as a match. It's very simple. Okay, it is
Sunil,
yeah, yeah,
hello.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just a question actually. You gave an example regarding customer master data, yeah, based on address, first name, last name, date of birth,
Right.
etc. Can you give me an example for product master data as well?
Yeah, product also it's pretty much similar only. See, in product case, you will have hierarchy plus you will have things. See, in products it's slightly different because we have two things. We have something called as item and we have product. Okay. So normally, let's say like you have different ranges. Let's say uh, tomato sauce. This is 1 and 200 ml something. This is actually an item. Then, but if there are many categories, you can actually um, when you have two things like this, then it becomes important for you to master it, to understand that both of them are actually pointing to a same group, same category. Okay, that's where the uh, product MDM comes into picture, mastering the products that you have. So product can be literally, if you're in retail, then it can be something like this. If you're in something like, let's say Cisco, which is selling like routers and things like that, then you have even complicated because um, like you will see many things. Let's say Lenovo L540. Then in Lenovo L540 also we have many variations. So you will see there are total 20 different types of products that will be there with Lenovo L540. There it becomes important to distinguish the different products and different categories. But anyway,
So
you will see,
is the attribute is just going to be based on the name?
No, it's not just based on the name category. There are MDM product one is will be very simple because it will be basically based on name and category compared
Okay.
to a customer, because customer will be the most complicated of all. Uh, One thing, customer will be the most complicated of all because it contains a lot of attributes to match, but you will see that product is very simple. I'll show you product. See.
Hello Sunil.
Yeah,
Hello Sunil.
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi Sunil. Your voice is not audible sometimes. Maybe it's problem from your end or from my end.
Mm,
Because sometimes it's audible very clearly and sometimes it's not audible clearly. Like,
okay,
We are able to
stuck in the
clearly,
voice.
we
okay,
are
okay.
able to,
I
you are audible clearly.
Okay, I think then it's probably from your side issue. Okay, I'll tell you one thing quickly. So normally when you get issues like this, there are two things. Can be issue from my side, your side. Normally it does not happen from my side normally, like 90% because I have connected from a broadband. But if it happens from my side,
Okay.
you inform me. I will try to correct it. I have an alternate connection also. But if it happens from your side, you don't need to disconnect, drag and drop it. So go to network connection. Just let's say if this is your adapter, let's say. So right click, disable,
Okay.
enable. So if you do that, then quickly in 10 seconds, it will be fixed. Okay, this message is for everyone. Okay, now see here, this I was talking about product. So just 1 minute. I just restarted this server. Okay, I'll try to connect to a different one. Okay, anyway, this is you will learn this later how to open this tool, but this is how the tool is configured. So basically you have something like a Hamachi. So this is like a VPN network. You can see here, um, this takes almost like 5-10 minutes to configure, install and configure. Once you are in, this is just like your, uh, what you say, Citrix you use, right, to connect. Once you are inside the network, then you can just access this tool from the browser. Okay, see here. This one contains both product as well as customer. So this is the product data model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 5 tables. Okay. Whereas everything else that you see, that is a customer. So this model contains both product and customer. This one is product. So you can see total, I think you can see almost like 40 tables. Out of 40, just 5 tables are related to product, remaining are customer. So product is actually very
I-
simple to manage, not difficult.
Is it MDM's own data modeling tool or this one?
You can say it's not exactly like if you have worked with Arvin, it's not like that. But yeah, it's basically you view it. It's just a viewing tool. Like you view the data
Okay.
model. You don't design it here. You design it here in schema.
I can really see the attributes in those table actually.
Yeah,
But
that. Yeah.
my question is, for example, is it going at the material level? For example, if it's a Okay, I can see it now. Yeah. Okay. So
It's
is it
the
okay?
same thing as what you do in Arvin or anything, okay, with
Okay.
slight difference, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, how we will get to, like, this by default database design yeah, directly here itself
Yeah, by default
when we
actually
import.
Informatica MDM comes with zero configuration. So, sorry, not zero
Okay.
configuration, with no configuration. When I say zero, it means everything. So it's blank. So by default, you won't see a
Yeah,
single table in when you purchase this product. You need to create all these tables.
okay. Whenever we create tables by default, it gives like and suppose if I'm creating two tables like EMP and DPT, there is a relationship between EMP and DPT. So by default, it takes the relationship between primary key and foreign key directly itself here.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it has the ability. It has the
you
ability.
you can see here like it shows you the relationship between two tables.
Okay.
Okay. Just like what you
Okay.
have seen earlier in other tools, it's the same thing. There's no difference. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I have one question. So, can we also import it from the database
Yeah,
directly?
yeah.
I
You
mean,
can.
how
There
we
are
are
many
doing?
things. You can also. There are three different ways to do it. You can import it from database as well. For example, you will see this option that is import from CWM file. So let's say if you have something like Arvin DM tool. So in Arvin, you can create the model, then export it to a CWM file, and that CWM file you can import it in MDM. So yes, you can do that.
And based on the relationship, it will create the ER diagram, right?
That's correct.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, right.
I
Now,
Sunil,
yeah,
one question.
sure.
Yeah, you have already set up the as everything as for installation wise. So we'll get a chance to as you will install and we can look at like as how we are doing the installation. Any
Installation,
case any
if you want to learn, there are two things. That one thing is I have, since this is normally done on a server, so I have done it on a Windows server, and I have four videos. I've created four videos, so that I will share four videos. You can go
yeah.
through that. That is one thing. Second thing, not suggested for everyone, only for people who are more into admin. I will share an old version for your practice, so you can practice in your machine, or just for practice point of view, you can install VMware something and you can practice there.
Okay, okay, what's the minimum configuration we need
Minimum
for installation?
configuration is actually, if you just want to learn installation, you install it in your machine, then uninstall. But minimum is actually like 8 GB is minimum. Uh, if you want to
Okay,
run it, but for installing
okay,
4 GB is okay. You install it, uninstall it later. But if you want to keep it, then you should have at least 8 GB with
okay.
good Xeon processors. For example, like you will see this one. Um, See, this one is Xeon processors, double core,
Mhm.
and it's 28 GB RAM.
Okay.
Okay,
So for as a old version we can do the practice and for the new version you already have the four videos. Am I correct?
right.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, right. Now, you see in the definition, it's pretty simple, right? I mean, basically, it's all about identifying a customer or a product or a employee, or so. When why I am saying like customer, product, employee, that is called as different domain. So when you join a project, when you will join a MDM project, okay, uh, they will ask you, or probably you will get to know that um your project is customer MDM, or like product MDM, or like employee MDM, vendor MDM, then material master, then location can be. some other things, but most important is just these three: customer, product, employee. Okay, out of which 90% of implementations are customer. So you will see that when you're searching for a job or something in this area, then you will see that they'll ask you customer, because you're expected to work on that. Product will consist 10-20% implementations. Why? Because actually in product side, there is one more thing that is more important than MDM, that is called as PIM. Okay, product information management. PIM is a piece of software which is very similar to MDM, very similar, but of course different. Uh, so PIM overtakes MDM in case of product domains, like let's say you are running a company like Flipkart, Amazon, then PIM becomes more important than your MDM solution. Okay.
Is it same as product lifecycle management?
The product lifecycle management, the concept is same, but it's called as product information management. But yeah, it's the same thing, only logical. So
Okay.
product information management. So that is PIM. Informatica also has its own PIM solution. So you will see like Informatica PIM. Okay, this is Informatica PIM, and it's actually very simple only. It's like what happens in PIM is, see, this is what happens. Let's say if I have Amazon, then let's say I go with this a t-shirt, let's say, then let's say this t-shirt. So you will see one, two, three images. You can see different variants. You can see a side chart. Then depending upon the item, there will be many other variations, then frequently bought together items. This is managed by PIM. Okay, all the pricing, everything, that is managed by PIM. So PIM is more powerful in case of this, in these cases compared to MDM. Okay, anyway, so I was talking about this. So basically it does a fuzzy level matching between attributes. So it's like it takes the name, the gender, then the um, date of birth, then other details. Okay, and here also other details. Does a matching. If the score is greater than 90 percentage, it's a match, otherwise not. Okay, that is called as fuzzy, because it can do approximate level of matching, so which is something that is not possible using your databases. All right, because in databases you have something like join, so where employee ID is equal to employee ID, something like that. So that is different and this is different. Okay, so that's what is the 1 minute, that is what is the definition of MDM, creation of the single version of the truth. And also one important concept comes here, that is called as trust. Means basically when you're creating this record, when you're creating this master data, which version will you be storing, so it's like you have three friends, everyone gave you an apple, but you're not that hungry, you can eat only one, you will definitely go with the best one, right? The sweetest apple. So it's the same thing here. So when you have three different names, you can't eat all the three. It means you can't store all these three. So you have to decide which is the best thing to keep, and that is basically done on scores. So what we do is we give scores like 80, 70, 60, something like that. Numerical scores, of course, between 0 to 100, and whichever has highest score, that is declared as the winner. So you can see here it is John K. Smith because it's 80. So that is the reason why John K. Smith is stored as the best version, best. And this is not stored as best. This is not stored as the best version. Similarly, for every attribute, for every column, this can be different. You can see um, here California is chosen as the survivor. That is called as trust, and like that's what, let me open this, just 1 minute. Okay, you can see actually I'm connecting to the server only. I'm not accessing it locally. Actually, this tool is you should not access this tool locally. It's a bit of headache only to do that because it'll make the system very slow. I mean, if you install it in your system as such. Okay, now let's instead of directly jumping to the architecture, let's see this example. Once you're clear with the definition, all that, then it's very easy actually to understand architecture and all those things. Yeah.
Yeah, hey Sunil, I have one question. So here let's say date of birth, I could see that 251986 is in that. So how did you, so there are three date of birth, three different date of birth. How did you choose the 25186 is the correct one?
Yeah, that is something that we decide during data profiling. So data profiling means analysis of data or understanding of data. So basically I will study these three source systems. So this one, this one, this one, and then I will see where in which system the date of birth is more valid, first thing. So first thing is data profiling, so which tells me the validity of the data, and second thing is input from business. So input from business, because business is the ultimate thing. They will tell you that, okay, so if you take the date of birth from this, it's always the best because they really care about the date of birth. I mean, they store it as a key, so it's really trustworthy. But these two database, no, they are not that. So based on these two things, you have to design something called as the scores. So, and you're going to just give the scores like this. So for example, for any particular column, so you have to give scores like this, like 70, 80, 90, 95. Okay, once you give the scores, then basically it's simple, survivor.
Uh, Sunil, one quick question, Sunil.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we are identifying master data based on row or columns.
It will be column level, not on row level. It's deeper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that means for each column we need to identify once.
exactly. So you can see here for name, we are doing it. For address name, we are again doing it differently. For phone number, we are again doing it.
Yeah, let's suppose in real time situations, if a table contains more than like thousand, so like 100 to 200 columns, yeah, how it's a tedious process.
Yeah, it's a tedious process.
So
So see, there can be 1,000 columns in a base object, but out of 1,000 columns, the key attributes will only be less than 20. Key attributes will not
okay,
be more than 20. That's a rule. Okay.
okay,
So for these
yeah,
20, you enable trust. Okay.
okay,
Enable trust. For remaining 980, you don't need to enable trust. Okay.
okay. That
The
means we are
data,
identifying.
So the latest
That
record
means
will
we are
be stored.
identifying.
So it's like if trust is not enabled, so latest record will be the survivor.
That means we are identifying master data based on the 20 columns only. Whatever we have, we identified the key, like key
No.
columns. So we
Master
are
data,
identifying master.
no, master data identification is not based on this 20. These 20 are something that contains the mastered result. Identification can be based on 20, 30, 40, 100. That's a
Okay.
that's a different rule. See, there are two things: identification and survivor. Okay, there are two things: identification and survivor. Identification is just finding out if two records are same or not. Survivor means who will be surviving out of these two, which column. These two are different
Okay.
completely. Okay, don't mix it.
Sunil, in your earlier example, the date of birth is a key attribute, isn't it? So in that case, if the date of birth is different, then it won't match anyway, isn't it?
That is the reason why I have like multiple ways of doing it. For example, let's say the it's very simple. Like let's say if you're making tea. So when you're making tea, then after you make the tea, of course, in Indian style, then you have a filter, right? So there are the filter size can be can be a big filter with big holes, big filter, or it can be very small filter, very small filter. If you use a very small filter, it will take 10 minutes to filter. If you make a very big filter with big holes, right, then it will be very easy, but you will get a lot of particles, right? So what strategy I will do is I will use three filters. First, I will use a big filter, then a medium one filter, then a small filter, then a very small filter. Okay, to make sure that the tea that I get is the best. So similarly here also when I'm matching two customers like John and John Smith, two customers, then it will not be based on just one rule. It will be based on 6, 7, 8 rules. So if not this, then definitely here. If not here, then here. If not here, then here. And if it's like a nanoparticle, that's a miss. So you can see the matching configuration will not be just for your explanation. I told you that it's like this, but we have it's much more than that. I mean, like we configure multiple rules. Okay, for example, see here. See, we have match rules set. See, I have almost like 10 rules. You can see
Mhm.
10 rules. So if not this, then this. If not this, then this. So I have 10 ways of catching the thief. 10 different strategies to catch the match.
Okay.
Okay. And different
Okay.
types of strategies, like I have
Hey,
division,
Sunil,
resident. Yeah.
Uh, Hi Sunil.
you said like, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, you said like you have a 10 different strategies to find the thief, right? So that strategies, how do you know like whether you will get input from business or
Of
just based on your
course.
experience in
No, not based on your experience. Your experience is something. I'm going to mute because I'm getting a lot of disturbance. Yeah, your experience is something that is really important. That's correct. But every MDM project, all the MDM projects that you see, they are not same. Like if you join a particular project, they will have data. In that data, they will tell you that their name is really the most important thing there. Okay, and if you join another company, they will tell you that the address is the most important thing they care about. So every company will have different weightage on the columns. So it will be slightly different. Okay, not be the same. It will be slightly different. So based on the business, the business will tell you this. The business will tell you that, okay, so name is a very key attribute. And then the second key attribute is like status CD. Okay. So based on that, you will calculate it. Okay. Um,
And
Just 1 second, just 1 minute. Yeah, tell me.
Sunil,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, earlier you said in commonly it's customer MDM, then in some companies product MDM as well. What is material master?
Material master is the same thing as product MDM only, but they use a different term. Material master normally comes in your something like what you say, petroleum kind of sectors, or let's say it's related to manufacturing only, but slight deviation from product. Product is moreover related to the products like in retail kind of sectors, whereas material master is not. I mean, where customer is not that important. We have third parties to whom we sell, like big companies.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, like let's say you have something like Schlumberger. So I don't remember the spelling.
SCH.
Yeah. So you will see like it looks like just a oil field company, but it just apart from manufacturing oil, they manufacture products that are related to the oil and all those things. So they use a material master. They call it as material master. You can call it as product itself, but it's not called as a product because the end-to-end customer, the consumer is not a normal person. It's a company again. So that's the reason why it's mostly called as a material master, where you have materials to master rather than a product. But the key concept is the same only. There isn't much of a difference. You will see that most of the MDMs like are pretty much same, not much difference.
Okay.
Sunil, I have one more question.
Yeah,
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. So in real-time project, what exactly we'll do is like first analyze the source system, then get the input from business. That is, what are all the key attributes and strategies which has to be implemented for each column, and then we will go and configure that for each column in that MDM hub console. Am I right?
correct. So a business analyst will be assigned who will create a document, and so document like this, let's say uh, many documents will be there. This is just an example of trust document. So this is the name of the table. This is the source system name. This is the column name. So for this particular column with this source and this table name, he will document this course. And with this course, you have to implement your solution. Okay, this is
Oh,
something that you configure in your uh, tool like this course. Okay,
okay.
this course.
Okay. So once this configuration is done, then MDM will internally do some technique or maybe an algorithm, and then it will go for, I'll go and pick one golden record.
Right, that is called as the merge or the survivorship logic. So that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So would you able to give what you would be covering in the training actually? Do you have a condense or
Yeah,
what you are going to cover?
1 minute, I'm muting everyone. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to cover. See, this is the course content of what I'll be covering. Okay, I'll just go through this small thing where you'll get more idea probably. This contains details of expectation. I'll go through the course content. See, this is the expectation. Expectation is that once you complete this session, then you can work as a 3 years experienced developer. That is the expectation. If you want to work as more, put bit more efforts like on installation side, learn more, and on advanced topics like SIF, IDD, user exit, you need to learn a bit more. Then you can also project as senior developer or architect. So that's on you, but this is the basic objective.
But you will be covering SIF, IDD, user exit, everything, right?
Yeah,
In the training.
I'll come to that. Okay, I'll be covering.
Okay.
And prerequisite is just SQL. Okay, so SQL is the main prerequisite, but if you are in this range, okay, if you're in this range greater than 4.5, then Java becomes a prerequisite, because to understand user exits and to implement user exit, you should have knowledge on Java. But that is only for this thing. And even if you are in this range, still, how much Java? Like, do you need to know Java completely, or like graphical part, networking part? What is it? Core, advanced? You just need to know very basic things, like just basic Java or the core Java. That's it. I don't think it will take like 2 hours to complete that. For example, like user exit programs, you can see it's like this. Okay. So let's say this is one user exit program. And if you have any programming knowledge, like if you have done C, C++, something in high school, something, then you can actually understand this program. If I explain it once, then you can easily understand. So that should not be a big thing. Okay. And this is only for customization. So
If someone has zero Java experience, what you would recommend?
you have to understand a bit of Java first. If you don't have any experience, for that I am giving you different tutorials. So you need to, this contains video tutorials as well as documents. You can go through that to understand basics.
Okay. So is it comes to this IDD customization part and all, Java comes, so.
Normally it comes in user exits. In IDD also you can have IDD user exits. So there also it can come.
Okay.
Okay. Then version is 10.1. So the version that the lab that you will be doing will be on 10.1. So that is, you can see here it's 10.1. I'll not be training on old version because it's like mostly outdated. A lot of things have changed from old to new, but I will explain the difference because many people are there in US especially who have a lot of experience, so they can't go with this 3 years. They have to show more. So I'll explain older versions differences so that you can put that in your resume. Okay, and the course contents, something you would have seen, but I'll just I'll just go through that quickly. See, this is the course content and it contains total 16 topics. Out of 16, this is architecture. 50% is basic, remaining 50% is advanced. Understand? 50% is basic, 50% is advanced. Means first 50% is mandatory for everyone. Remaining 50% is important for senior developers, then SMEs and architect. And for normal developers, they just need to have basic knowledge. But I'll be covering both of that. Depending upon what you want to target, you can learn accordingly. Okay. So this is basic part where you have this and then load, and then this contains the match and merge. Very important, match and merge. Data access, then till this, okay, topic 1 to 8, the basic part. Then we have user exits. In version 10.1, this is in Java. Okay, so in older version, this is in PL SQL. So learning that is a waste in PL SQL because you can't implement that here. You have to do it in Java side. And then hierarchy management is slightly a complex topic. We'll see that. SAM is related to admin. So, but we'll see. And SIF. SIF is very important. Slightly difficult for some people. People who, but I don't think it's difficult. A lot of people actually tell me that it is difficult, but I, I don't think it is difficult. It's just an API, that's it. API, application program interface. Everything has an API. Like you take any software in the world that has an API. How to call the API, that's the thing. Okay, here we call it as a web service. So you have many methods of calling. Example is like you say something like PM CMD, like PM rep infra CMD. These are the APIs in Power Center. So just like this, you have these APIs, okay? But they are important. IDD is also very important, especially nowadays, because nowadays every company will go with a proper IDD solution because they would like to view the customer properly, all that things. So IDD is important.
What is IDD customization meaning?
IDD customization, IDD is nothing but customization only, because by default there is nothing called as IDD. I mean, you have to create an application. You have to customize the whole interface. The
Okay.
whole thing you need to customize. Then only you can use IDD. Otherwise you can't.
Is that Java?
No, that's not Java. That is customization. Customizing a particular tool and all that.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have message queues and advanced topics related to installation that I'll give, and load by OID object. Quite important. Creation of ORS. This is more of a like on the admin side, and job scheduling. And there are other topics also like external matching, which I have not
Hey Sunil,
put it here. Yeah.
whether your curriculum includes address doctor as well?
Yeah, address structure will be covered as a part of this cleansing.
Okay. And how about my MDM project lifecycle? That is nothing but architecture.
Yeah, MDM project lifecycle is something that we'll deal with it every day. So
Okay. So that is also included in this curriculum?
that's what I'm saying, right? It is, we'll be doing, dealing with that almost every day. Okay.
Okay.
How the project starts and all those things.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
How many sessions we are talking about to cover this?
27 sessions something.
Okay. And in terms of real-time hands-on, in terms of hands-on actually, so what would be the data we would be using? Do you have any?
There is a data view for, one second, there is a data for practice and there is a data for real time. So for practice, I'll give you separate DML statements that won't be much data, like uh, 5-6 records to understand the logic. And then if you want to practice, you can practice on ORS sample. This contains your lot of data. So
Sunil, you will be giving separate ORS for
no,
teaching
not separate
practitioner.
ORS because it will slow down the whole thing. ORS will be shared, but you can create your own objects in there.
So, hey Sunil, when you say the data cleansing, does it also include that analysis of that profiling sort of thing, or I
No,
mean,
profiling is part of IDQ. That's a different training. I will tell you what is profiling, how profiling works, but profiling is not in the scope because it's a different science altogether. See, this is what
okay,
is
got it.
data profiling. I'll explain data profiling because it is necessary to understand MDM. It is necessary that you know what is data profiling, but not in technical details. I'll just tell you what is the role and all that, because normally it's a different role, so you won't be responsible for that.
Correct.
But actually, from my experience, data
Sunil,
profiling
in
is something
IDD,
that is very simple. Like data profiling is something that you can even learn in 1-2 hours. It's very simple. You don't have to do anything. You basically talk with the business. So business will give you inputs and you just need to convert it.
But we have to create some rule, right?
Yeah, rule that also you will have to do it based on the input from business only. And these are very simple rules in Informatica analyst tool.
Okay.
Okay.
Sunil, are you going to cover smart search and bulk load in IDD?
Bulk
Will
load,
you
I'll
cover
tell you.
anything?
Smart search, bulk load are features that are not regularly used. Smart search is a feature that has lot of bugs. So you will see there are many legal issues with smart search. Smart search, I'll not cover smart search, but I'll tell you what is the concept because no one implements smart search. Okay. Smart search is nothing but it's a Google search. So it's nothing but you will see like when you log in here, this is the Google search. Just like in Google you search for anything. So here you can search for almost any item that you want, a customer or anything. Okay. but it has many issues, Smart Search.
I think you should do XML also to configure this IDD.
Configure this IDD.
Yeah, yeah, IDD application. If you want to add few more features, I
Yeah,
think we can customize this app with XML. It's an XML thing on your background.
it's a BDD config file. So it's an XML file that you need to edit in order to configure this. That will be covered as a part of IDD training. That is included.
Sunil?
Yeah.
Samina. I'm an architect. I'm a data architect. Okay, I'm not a developer as such. So I don't know how, well, let me put it in maybe two-part question. Part one, do I have to go through this so that I can architect, design MDM as a prerequisite? Or is there any shortcut or a different route that I have to take?
You
Because
are
I
a
hear most,
you are a data architect or MDM architect, like.
no, not on. That's why I'm training for MDM now, but not on, another solution.
Yeah,
So,
normally see there are two things. There's a data architect, there's a MDM architect. Data architect is on a higher level role, so he's not much involved in MDM side. Whereas when you say MDM architect, then yes, almost all the topics we have seen on a high level, you should have complete knowledge on all. Especially, you should have good knowledge on the advanced topics like SIF, IDD, user exit, because you're expected to implement that. That's correct.
hmm, okay. So what you're saying is it's a good thing for me to go through this anyway,
Yeah, if you're planning
to
for an
understand MDM.
MDM architect, then it is mandatory because especially you will see like 1 second. Um, yeah, see here. I'm getting birds noise. Okay, see. I said basic advanced, right? So in the basic part, in the advanced part, you will see that there is something IDD. So designing IDD will be part of complete architect only. Developers will do it, but they don't have that visibility. And SIF is something that is purely architect. So normally developers will have very basic understanding because to implement SIF, you should have architect level experience. You should have complete knowledge on end-to-end flow. You should have knowledge on EAI, then source applications, target applications. So this you will have to implement. Hierarchy also, that is something that should be, architect will completely take it because developers, they can't design this properly. So there are most of the advanced topics you will see that architects will be directly responsible for that. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. I think sorry, just to let you know, this is who I am and what my role is. So if there are things that as we go through the training you need me to go deeper, please let me know so I can,
Yeah,
pull my
that's what
socks up.
you have to concentrate more on the advanced topics rather than on just the basics. Okay, that's the thing for you.
Okay, what's the duration? You said 27 sessions. Is
Yeah, it
that
will be 6 days a week and it will complete in 1 month, I believe. So March 28th, then you can say like April 28th, approximately it will be done. It will be 6 days a week.
okay?
Every day 1 hour, 1 hour to 1.5 hours.
What requirements in terms of software do we need? Are
No,
you going to
everything,
provide us?
yeah, everything is located on the server, so you don't have to install anything. You don't have to install anything. You just need to install this Hamachi. So once you install Hamachi, then you can just access it from your browser, this tool. And database also you can access it using Toad in your desktop itself. So like this. Now I've connected to a remote server only, this is not my local machine. So you don't need to install any software as such, just VPN client, that's it. Then you can access data and everything. Okay.
Sunil,
Yeah,
as you said earlier, we'll be giving earlier version for the hands-on, right? Installation hands-on, yeah?
yeah, correct.
Okay, okay.
Sunil, you going to provide the materials or QAs will provide the materials and everything?
I'll provide the materials. They are in my Google Drive.
Okay, okay.
These are all the different projects. Then these are the materials.
So this material is like in the sense of like an step-by-step guide or something, or
This
which can walk
material,
you through the scenario or something, or what?
no, this material contains pretty much like everything that you'll ever need, but don't go through these materials randomly. I will guide you how to use all these materials. Out of these materials, some materials are very easy, like you will see the lab guide. So lab guide is very easy, so that you can always randomly go through. So this is lab guide for 10.1. This you can always go through, and PPTs you can go through. So out of this, and then the PPT materials, these two are something that you can always go through. Remaining materials, don't go through them until unless I instruct. I'll instruct when to use those other materials. Okay, these two you can always use it.
Sunil, which model you're going to explain the class? Is it party model or a product model?
Party only, because nowadays everyone, it's just party only. No one will expect, like everyone will expect you to have complete knowledge on party, because
Okay,
everywhere it's
and which
party.
domain
It's
it's a
customer.
pharmaceutical domain?
It's on
And
a
domain.
telecom and finance, I'll explain, but by at the end of the session you'll be comfortable. You should be in a position to implement MDM for any customer domain or product.
Does it going to contain like an uh, cover other domain also, like insurance and
No, that is what I'm saying, right? Insurance will also come under your customer only. Okay, tomorrow I will explain you with examples. I will explain banking, then
healthcare?
insurance. Yeah, healthcare is pretty much similar to this. Healthcare, I have many projects for healthcare itself.
Uh-huh.
Healthcare and insurance are two widely implemented places. Then you have like product, then you have telecom sectors, then pharmaceutical. Okay. Then you can just put anything, because everything is similar to, if you understand this, then everything is similar to this only.
Sorry, I didn't get actually. What is the party model and the product model? What is that?
Party is the, you will learn tomorrow. Like party is nothing but it's a customer. We call it as party model.
Okay.
It's most popularly called as party model.
Sunil,
Okay.
Yeah.
like for example, if you have the I have the party model for pharmaceutical industry and for same party model for telecom. Okay,
Okay.
so design wise both would be like design or
70
data
percentage,
elements or attributes, like both would be
70 percentage will be
similar
same.
or different.
70 percentage will be same. 30 percentage will vary depending upon the business attributes.
Okay.
Okay.
And Sunil, what kind of like an resume preparations or any job marketing or things like that? Any
Job
kind of support will be provided by you?
job marketing I cannot do, because I have no idea on that. But resume preparation, yes, I have 100 resumes. Like I can give you some resumes based on what you're targeting. Then you can prepare, copy paste some components and do it. Job marketing, you have to do it from your consultancy.
And in case if I miss any session actually, are you
Yeah,
providing the recorded session end of each day?
everything is recorded and uploaded in Google Drive. So you will see that this what we are talking is also getting recorded, and you will receive these videos in once the class is done in Google Drive. All these videos.
So today is the first session, yeah?
Yeah, first session, correct.
Okay.
Today's
Yeah.
demo, isn't it?
Yeah, today is the first session.
And how long we can use that videos?
Videos you can download it and use it for your whole lifetime. That's on you. Okay. So you have download privilege. Just go here, open it, download it, save it, use it. Okay.
Okay. Sunil, I have one quick question, Sunil.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Harish.
Yeah.
I am working as a PL SQL developer from past 4 years.
Right.
So I have an in-depth knowledge on in Oracle SQL and PL SQL, and I
Right.
trained in Informatica also. I have an basic idea on complete Informatica, but I did not implement in real time. Knowing is different, and implementing solutions to multiple customers is different from my end, because
Right.
knowing Informatica means I know on that basic how to use different transformations and all concepts. So one of my friend suggest first you learn Informatica, then IDQ, then MDM.
Mm.
So is it correct way, or even without IDQ, if I learn MDM, it's going to help me.
No, first of all, that is an incorrect way because IDQ is not a small skill set. IDQ is again a big skill set. Okay.
Okay.
IDQ, see, tomorrow I will explain you the difference between IDQ, ETL, MDM. Once I explain, you will understand clearly that IDQ, then Power Center, MDM are completely different softwares. Okay, a lot of people ask me that I have knowledge on Power Center, so MDM, is it very easy for me? See, in Power Center, IDQ is not at all, I'm again telling you, not at all prerequisite. Okay, you don't need to know anything about Power Center or IDQ to learn MDM. Actually, there are a lot of resources who are just MDM, so they will not work on ETL on data quality, because for ETL data quality, your company will hire separate resources, because a single person cannot work on 10 technologies. Okay,
Yes.
so either you learn IDQ or you learn MDM. Don't learn both, because you will not learn anything if you learn both.
Yeah, yes, because learning is not important. Implementing solutions is very important
Yeah,
nowadays.
because see,
Oh,
MDM basic part is very simple to easy to understand, but advanced part, that is a lot. So there are a lot of things in that. Okay, so to
yeah,
understand that full-fledged, you need to dedicate time.
yeah, yeah. And SQL knowledge is more than enough. And I have knowledge on even Java also, but I did not work on Java, but I have a knowledge, very good knowledge on Java. So,
Yeah,
uh,
that should be good. No
core
problem.
Java, core
Okay.
Java part, okay.
Yeah, just 1 minute, 1 minute.
Hello, you are still there?
Sunil, I have a question. For learning this MDM, do you think that one should have very good exposure and experience with Power Center or something like that, or no?
No, Power Center knowledge is not at all. Power Center doesn't comes into picture. I mean, it is in picture, but it's a different skill set, and there will be different people working on Power Center. So you don't need to
No,
know.
I understand that. No, I understand that it is completely into ETL process and all. But what I'm asking, what my question is, to understand MDM better, do you think one should have good experience or exposure to Power Center, which is the another product of Informatica?
Yeah, if you have knowledge on Power Center, then there are some components that you will see they are matching, like transformation, cleansing, and all those things. There will be some components that
Mm.
will be similar, but you can still say like 30 percentage it will help you, but remaining 50, 60,
Okay.
70 percentage will be new concepts.
Because my experience is completely into a different domain, not into Informatica. So that's why I'm asking if I had to go for this course,
See, first of all,
will I be able to cope up
yeah,
with?
first of all, try to understand that the product that is called as Informatica MDM. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
So we have different products. We have something called as Informatica MDM. Then we have Informatica Power Center, then IDQ. See, Power Center
yeah.
and IDQ are genuine Informatica products. Okay, genuine
Mm-hmm,
Informatica products means they are developed by Informatica. Informatica
mm-hmm,
MDM is an acquired product. Okay, it is
mm-hmm.
acquired from Siberian MDM. So Informatica
Okay.
uh, did not create this. They have
Mm-hmm,
purchased it and they are using it. So this should be clear
mm-hmm,
that these two products are something that Informatica has developed. This product is
mm-hmm.
a purchased product. So that's the reason why they don't have much relationship with each other. They're different, independent. Okay. But
Okay.
if you compare
So
Power Center and IDQ, you will see many similarities because they are developed by the same vendor.
no, that's fine. I understood that, but with zero knowledge on Power Center and IDQ or any of the Informatica products, or so as a fresher, I can kickstart with
That is the
Informatica
reason,
MDM
see,
to
I've
learn.
clearly mentioned that only SQL is the prerequisite. Okay, Power, lot of people actually, lot of
Mhm.
trainers, they claim that you should have good knowledge on Power Center, you should have good knowledge on IDQ. That's not at all necessary. You don't need
Mhm.
to know anything about Power Center data quality.
So
Sunil,
one should need to know only one database. Need not have to be SQL, but some PLSQL or whatever,
Anything,
Oracle or anything should be fine.
anything related to SQL
Any
should be,
database, any
any,
one day.
yeah, any database is enough.
Okay, okay.
Someone is already very good in an expert in Power Center and IDQ. MDM is going to benefit.
If someone is, one second, I'm muting. If someone is good in Power Center, that's what I told you. It will help you 30 to 40 percentage. Okay, because a lot of concepts will be, some concepts will be common. But if you're good in data quality, then it will help you more than 50 percentage. Because you will see most of the concepts that are there in data quality are same as in MDM. Okay. But anyway, I am not putting ATL or this is prerequisite, so hardly it matters if you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have one more question. I have seen some of the, Informatica MDM developers profiles in LinkedIn. So what I understand is someone is claiming, not claiming, someone is mentioning that, in the recent projects or the previous projects, what their role is in Informatica IDQ slash MDM developer. So just now you said that entirely they are different. I don't understand how come they are correlated and they're working with two different projects. Is that possible in real time? Because these
See,
profiles I have seen in LinkedIn only.
see, marketing a resume is a different thing, and working is a different thing. When especially you're talking about marketing a resume in US, then I'll show you, I'll show you resumes in US. They have like 1 year's experience or almost like 0 years experience. They put almost like 15 different skills. Okay, so
No,
but
I'm not talking about marketing in you.
no, no, no.
I have gone through some LinkedIn profiles, who has
That's
got like 15 years of working experience in Informatica or business intelligence or something like that. So they have put, their role is Informatica MDM or slash IDQ slash MDM consultant or something like that. So I was wondering, I
the,
just got the doubt, when you
the,
said, they both are entirely two
So,
different
see,
products.
what happens is normally people from Power Center or ETL or IDQ, normally these people will shift into MDM because uh,
Mm-hmm,
Informatica MDM is a product from Informatica. Okay, and
mm-hmm,
people with Power Center and IDQ, normally these
mm-hmm,
people are the primary people who will learn this course. Why?
mm-hmm,
Because they feel it's a related technology and it is very good to learn, and MDM is quite easy compared to Power Center
mm-hmm,
DQ because MDM is very small, very easy to
mm-hmm,
manage and all that, so makes life
mm-hmm.
easier. So that is the reason why if I have Power Center experience, of course I will put like IDQ plus IDQ and MDM. Why will I remove this IDQ experience? I will not do that. I will say both.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always an add-on.
No, No, it's for the same project.
Yeah,
For the same
it's
project,
possible.
they
See,
are
if
saying,
you are an
is
architect,
that possible? Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If you're a senior
Mhm.
developer and architect, then
Mhm.
definitely you need to know IDQ, MDM, ATL. So 3, 4, 5 technologies you need to know if you are an architect with 15 years experience. Okay, architect
Okay,
is
so
always a
I'm
different role.
yeah, I'm just telling you because I just don't know anything about Informatica, so I'm just in doubt, like whether this MDM looks like what all you showed me the curriculum. It's quite a vast syllabus, it seems.
No,
So
vast syllabus in the
will
sense,
I be
what
will
are
I
you,
be able
what
to cope up with a zero
what will
knowledge of
you be
Informatica?
targeting? That's the question. Okay, it's question is not vast. Question is
Obviously,
I'm covering it. Okay, actually this
yeah.
whatever I'm covering normally is divided into 5 courses. Okay, you will see. I'll tell you if you go through Informatica portal, then you will see Hub Developer. There is a course.
Yeah.
There is a SIF developer.
Mm-hmm.
There is a IDD developer.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through it later,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can see there is a HM. Okay, hierarchy manager, and user
Mm-hmm.
exit is something they don't cover. Okay, so I have
Mm-hmm.
clubbed all this, and I'm making basic advanced. So for you, I think basic you should concentrate more because you are not going to work probably as an architect maybe. Okay, but if you want
Yeah.
to work as an
Yeah.
architect, then you concentrate on all. Simple logic. Okay, just because I'm covering all
No,
the things, you
no,
don't
I'm not
need
because I
to.
don't have that much.
Yeah, see, I'm just because I'm covering all the topics, you don't need to concentrate on all. Okay, last 20% topics you can
Mm-hmm.
like skip or just concentrate less.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So when I'm practicing, you're saying that I won't face any trouble just because I don't know any of the other products.
Lot of people here actually don't know anything about like Java. I'm sure a lot of people don't know anything about Java except few. And
Mm-hmm.
SQL, it's like almost it's taught in high school nowadays. So SQL is very basic.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
SQL I have. SQL I
yeah.
have.
So that is the
SQL
only
I know about SQL.
that's the only prerequisite.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect.
Sunil,
Yeah.
if we got on a project and we need some help or anything like a technical issue or technical things like need to be resolved, so is there any kind of support you will provide?
See, job support I will not be able to provide. Job support in the sense support for 1 hour, 2 hour a day that I cannot provide. I'm informing on currently itself. But if you have any implementation issue, like you are unable to implement a solution if you need, yeah, then I can help you. But regular 1 hour, 2 hour support per day, that I cannot provide because of my like I also have other assignments.
Okay.
Okay. But any architectural
Hey,
issue,
Sunil,
performance issue, anything that you are unable to resolve, then you can always contact me.
how about after the session, if I have any doubts, so how do I approach? Whether I have to go through support or I can get your personal ID and I can
I
send
will
my
share my personal ID in
clarification.
1 or 2 days. You don't need to contact anyone. You always need to contact me only for any issue or anything.
Okay.
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 Hi
Thank you.
Sunil,
Yeah.
Sunil, what is the difference compared with other MGM tool with
Yeah,
Informatica MGM?
I'll explain tomorrow because it will take a lot of time. There are almost like 20 MDM tools, out of which you will see the best is two Informatica MDM. There is IBM MDM and there is SAP MDM. These are the top 3 tools. Then you have Reltio, Kalido, then you have Teradata MDM, Cisco MDM. Many things are there. Informatica MDM is on the top because of its multi-domain edition. Okay, so you purchase the same product, you can implement a customer, you can implement product, you can implement anything, but most of these products are not multi-domain. That is the main difference. Apart from that, you will see most of the things are common. So uh, you will see most of the MDM tools, they are similar only. Apart from small differences, most of them are same. Not much difference. Difference is in marketing. Informatica does a very aggressive marketing on MDM. IBM does very limited marketing to its own customers. SAP is limited to Europe. So very less implementation because it's only in Europe side, not much in US. In US it's just Informatica MDM, IBM MDM. That's the reason why you will see these are the two top tools to learn if you want to learn MDM. IBM MDM will be slightly challenging because here it will be 70% customization based on Java. So this is purely on Java side. It's difficult. Nothing like difficult, but for everything you don't have an easy interface. But this is quite easy because you have a GUI interface and it's very simple and easy. Okay, anyways, like tomorrow we'll have the class at the same time. So like any doubts, then we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, I'll finish the session today. Yeah.
Do we have the same link or it should be a different link?
Same link, same time.
Okay.
Morning
when are you
6:30
going to
IST.
share?
Am I right?
Yeah, same link.
When are you going to share the Google Drive and all the information?
Yeah, from whomever you got the link, right? You just you just confirm, then I'll send it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Morning 6:30 IST. Am I right?
Same time, morning 6:30 IST.
Okay. Thank you so much.
For US guys, you can convert the timings. It's the same as today. Okay.
I'm calling from London. It's 2 o'clock, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. You're from which country?
from London.
Oh yeah, London timings will be so okay. That's 2 a.m. is too early, I think. Either you sleep at that time or you get up.
Sleep
All
and
right,
get up. That is good.
No, either you sleep at 2 a.m. if it's a late night, or you get up at 2 after sleeping. Okay, guys, then we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.